Better running back, Peterson or Chris Johnson? Adrian Peterson. Combination of strength and power. Chris Johnson is basically... Chris Johnson, yes, he could break long runs, but Adrian Peterson can do it too, and Adrian Peterson does it in a mean way. If Chris Johnson gets one good lick, I think that dude gonna be limping off the field. He limped off the field over a lackluster hit against the Jets. You think if he get a big lick, and well, I can't say because he also has Lindell White because Peterson is spelled by Chester Taylor.
See, that's where I think Adrian Peterson is too, but Chester Taylor, he's not taking a lot of carries away from Peterson.
So right now, Lindell White's not taking any carries away.
Yeah, that's
from
what I'm saying. And Chester Taylor's only in there to receive the ball, pretty much, to be a receiving threat, an extra receiving threat. So as far as running the ball goes, Adrian Peterson definitely. Versatility, just because Adrian Peterson's not really involved in the passing game, you got to go with Chris Johnson. But better running back. I mean, even though I like LT because of his versatility, and versatility always makes somebody look better. Bottom line, the running back's job is to run the ball and break big runs. LT can shake you like we seen him do his rookie year. He shook a lot of people, broke them down, outrun everybody on the field, and run over just about any defensive back. He can be a power back or a speed back, whichever you need him to be.
What are you talking about?
Adrian Peterson.
Okay. This is a little later conversation went from
Yeah.
those two to LTs. We ain't talking about LT. He ain't important right now.
I'll say Adrian Peterson too, but Chris Johnson, like, he's like the complete package. So like this is kind of like a hard, comparison, but the better running back is definitely Adrian Peterson. But if you want versatility, you gotta go with Chris Johnson, like you said.
With Chris Johnson, it's just like when Michael Irvin said Anquan Boldin's the best receiver because he gives you everything in a mean way. It's like, even though Adrian Peterson is questionable when he be going to butt people over, instead of using the shoulder, he ducks down to use his head and neck, which can cause injury. Like Chris Johnson is like they said, one cut and it's over. Adrian Peterson give you one cut, and especially in the first game, he gave you cuts and he did the Heisman pose 3 times. he gave you speed and power on one run. Stiff arm 3 dudes and still outran everybody. He didn't even have to stiff arm the last guy.
He turned around and stiff armed.
He turned around and stiff armed him and still outran everybody. Chris Johnson, he can get that cut and run, but if it comes down to having to throw a stiff arm, like if he's getting like pursued and he can't make it through that hole, is he gonna give you the power that you need, or is he gonna like basically cover up? He's like, he can receive the ball better than him, but when I want those tough yards, can I trust Chris Johnson to get me those tough yards? I could trust Adrian Peterson because he gives it to you in an angry way, but I can't trust Chris Johnson because with Chris Johnson, you already know he ain't a power back. If they want the tough yards, they're gonna give the ball to Lindell White.
Yeah.
Chris Johnson could run the ball with speed. He can get me them receiving yards, but when I need that short yardage, is he going to be on the field, or is he going to be sitting on the sideline watching Lindell White get those tough 2-3 yards? You can't say that about Chris.
We all agree.
It's like, we can say all day how good Chris Johnson could be, but you're never gonna see Chris Johnson on that goal line fighting for that end zone. You're not gonna see him fight for that first down. like Adrian Peterson would. And really, you say everyone says about his versatility, even though that one game, I mean, it's Houston's defense. That was bad communication when he got his receiving touchdown, and Houston can't stop anybody running the ball anyway. Look what happened last week. Look what happened to them all 3 weeks. Basically, wasn't it the Jets rolled up 170 or 190 rushing yards? Then Chris Johnson basically, he ran for like over 200 that game, right?
Against us?
No, I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking about against the Texans.
I think he ran for 193 or something like that.
197.
He ran for 197, and then Maurice Jones-Drew ran for 119 and 3 touchdowns. It's like, it was just the Texans, and then look what happened to him when they played the Steelers. He really didn't do much. Look what happened when he played the Jets. If not for busting out 2-3 big runs, he'd probably stuck at 45 rushing yards, somewhere around the 40s if he doesn't break those runs. Adrian Peterson is like, he'll get it. Yeah, he'll get the 3 here, the 2 here, the 7 here, and then break one. And then you're going to see him break one again because he's going to go for the tough ones. What's his name? Chris Johnson goes down so easy. Adrian Peterson's going to make you hurt if you tackle him in the backfield. He's going to make you pay. He makes everybody pay. And they ain't got enough change either. Oh, man. Well, we still got a minute and 5 seconds.
I mean, it's not really much of a discussion. Just go ahead and stop it.
Just extra incentive.
That's it. We ain't got nothing else to say. Just stop.